Hey there, welcome to the ukestuff channel and welcome to this tutorial video for the play along videos of Levitating by Dua Lipa. Now, the cool part is this is only a 3-chord song, so really easy to play, really easy to learn. And what we're going to do in this video, first of all, is we're going to show you the chords you need for GCEA soprano concert or tenor ukulele. First, I'll show you in a more friendly key, A minor, then I'll show you in its normal key, or its original key, B minor, and then we'll take also a look at the chords you need to play it in A minor on baritone. After that, we'll talk about strumming, and then we'll wrap up the video. Now, I also want to point out that on the bottom of the screen, you can see the scroll bar, and you can use that scroll bar to jump ahead to chapters. Also, you can find those same links in the description below, along with a lot of other information, such as how to request a song or how to donate to this work. Also, if you like the chords that you see in this video, you can find the tab or chord sheet for the song at ukestuff.info. Ukestuff is a collaborator with the site and graciously offered to carry those tabs from this channel on their site. All right, let's begin with the chords you need for GCEA soprano concert or tenor ukulele in both keys. For this part of the video, I'll be using this instrument. It is the Hurricane Solid Acacia Top, Lemon Acacia back and sides, concert scale ukulele. It is stunning and a great value, available on Amazon and hurricane.com. All right, the first chord you need is the A minor chord. Then you're going to need the E minor chord. E minor chord is one of my favorite chords. First finger goes on the first string, second fret, and then you just waterfall down. So second finger goes on the second string, third fret, third finger goes on the third string, fourth fret. That's the E minor chord. Now, just as a note, some books will show you to use a 4-finger chord on E minor. You certainly can, and that makes it a movable shape up and down the neck, but you don't need to for this song. And then the final chord you need is the D minor chord. And if you're having any trouble at all with D minor, just remember it's an F chord with an extra finger on it. All right, and those are the chords you need to play Levitating in the key of A minor. Now, let's talk about the chords you need to play it in B minor. The first chord you need is B minor. Now, how to do that? You have to bar all 4 strings right above the second fret. There are some tips here with barring. First of all, if you've never barred a chord before, I would start by practicing every day, starting at the 5th fret where it's easier to press down, and just going up and down like this, maybe, 5 times a day, 10 times a day. And then eventually you'll just get used to that feeling. I have my students in 5th grade do that very, very early on from our first day of playing, so that barring later on, if we ever get there, isn't a problem. All that said, once you've got that going, you put your finger across all 4 strings right above the second metal fret and you pull against the fretboard. And if you do it right, the actual gravity and the actual friction, because you're holding your ukulele firmly, will give you a clear sound without even using your thumb. You don't have to overpress. Then you just put your thumb on the back and you get a clear tone. Then you can just reach over with your 3rd finger or your ring finger, 4th string, and that's your B minor chord. Secretly, you could probably even get away just barring all 4 strings and not even playing the actual B minor, because this would be a B minor 7th. Probably close enough, but if you're trying to get it right, it's a B minor chord. The next chord you need is the F sharp minor. So that's just like the G7, except everything moves over a string. So the first finger goes on the top of the 3rd string, 1st fret, and the other 2 fingers go around it. That's your F sharp minor. And then the 3rd chord you need is the E minor chord. First finger on the 1st string, 2nd fret, and then they just waterfall down to make the E minor chord. Now, as I mentioned with the A minor chords, that you can actually play E minor as a 4-finger chord, which makes it a movable chord shape up and down the neck, but you don't necessarily need to do that for this song. And those are the 3 chords you need to play Levitating by Dua Lipa in the original key of B minor. Now let's check out the chords you need to play the song on baritone in A minor. Now for baritone ukulele, I'll be using this instrument. It's my baritone NUB 310 ukulele. It's the ukulele I use in most of these videos, mainly because it's the one that I can leave out and can grab very, very quickly. I have two baritones. The other one is a mainland that needs to stay in a case because it's a beautiful cedar top instrument with rosewood back and sides. This is laminate mahogany, so it can be left out without too much worrying about it. Now, if you buy one of these, just please note that it comes with GCEA tuning, not baritone tuning. So if you want to do baritone tuning on one of these, you do have to change the strings. The NUB 310 comes with GCEA tuning. All right, now let's take a look at the chords you need. The first chord is the A minor chord. All right, second chord you need is the E minor chord. Just lift up two fingers. And the final chord you need is the D minor chord. And those are the three chords you need to play Levitating by Dua Lipa on baritone DGBE ukulele. Now let's talk about strumming. Please note, there was no ukulele used in the original version of the song, so whatever you do, as long as it fits with the beat, is right. So please keep that in mind. Now, with that said, let's take a look at a few ideas. All right, so what I would suggest at the beginning of this song is just playing down strums like this, and you get two strums in each beat. And that'll get you through the beginning. Now, once the beat starts happening, then we need to do something a little different. Now, you can absolutely just play down, up, down, up. That would be totally, totally acceptable. Now, while you can just go down, up, I would encourage you to try something with a chuck on beats 2 and 4. So I hear something like this. So that is going down, up, chuck, down, up, chuck, down, up, chuck, down, up, chuck. A chuck, again, there are a lot of videos on YouTube showing you how to do it. So if you don't know how to chuck, I would encourage you to spend some time separating that from this video. Keep those skills different, develop that skill, and then come back and try it again. But a chuck is playing a chord like A minor, and what you do is you hit the strings with at least a couple of fingers, and then you stop it with your palm. It's also called a palm mute. And you get a very percussive hit on the strings. And it just takes practice. Sometimes you'll get a little bit of sound that will pop through if you don't like stop the strings, and that's all okay too. It's wherever you're at. You know, don't get caught up in being perfect right away. Nobody's perfect at the start. You have to practice it, and you know, every player continues to make mistakes through their lifetime. Even the famous Jake Shimabukurs out there will make a mistake from time to time. It's part of the game. But more practice yields more perfection down the road. But remember, practice makes permanent. So make sure that you're practicing something the right way so you don't have to unlearn it later. So that chuck, what I would do is I'd go down, up, chuck, down, up, chuck, down, up, chuck, down, up, chuck. And it's kind of funny to say up, chuck, but nonetheless, down, up, chuck, down, up, chuck, down, up, chuck, down, up, chuck. And that's going to work very, very well. Now, the other thing you could do is add an up after the chuck. Down, up, chuck, up, down, up, chuck, up, down, up, chuck, up, like this. But if that stresses you out, you can just focus on down, up, chuck, down, up, chuck. And really, those patterns can work just great. And if you don't want to deal with the chucking, just don't. Just play something else. Just play along and have fun with it. All right. So those chords, those strumming patterns, pretty much all you need to play Levitating by Dua Lipa. 3-chord song. Gotta love that. All right. Thanks so much for joining me on this video. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll be back soon with some more uke stuff for you.